Hi, from Helen of Helen's Harvest, and I am here to show you my latest journal, which is called The Blue Rose, excuse me. It features a 15th century lady modeling my etched blue rose necklace. I'm a Lampwork bead artist by trade, and I just thought it would look very beautiful with this junk journal. So that's where she's wearing it. This is how you remove it. It's tied in a bow on vintage lace, and it goes through the holes here. Excuse me. This is one of my best sellers. I love it, and I was very delighted to be able to find the paper to match it with ivory instead of white. And you can take this off and wear it and put it back where it goes and let the 15th century lady wear it. There's also a beautiful textile art piece. Amazing tassel here. It has a sterling neck here, one of my silver glass beads here, copper wired onto a, I think this might be stainless, lobster, and a Tim Holtz oxidized silver or nickel clip. There are a dozen of my beads strung on these strands of beautiful fiber and 2 of my textile beads. The cover features lots of my handmade roses and of denim and muslin and a beautiful muslin scalloped piece of ruffle. Lots of antique buttons and beautiful beads, and the closure is a purse closure. Very strong magnet, covered with fabric so that you can easily get it off. Otherwise, it's hard to get apart. The spine is covered with a beautiful cotton ecru applique. And here we go. This is a flip through. I love it. The book is bound with tea-dyed cardstock, which I dyed. The front has a eyelet pocket with a cotton applique, a beautiful little corner pocket with an Italian stamp on Italian script. The kit that I used was called Blue Vintage from Irresistible Prints, but I call it Blue Rose. Here's the title page where your name will be, with a beautiful little cluster embellishing it. The pages are rounded edge, and they're inked with vintage photo from Tim Holtz, and this is a tuck spot right here with a little pocket made of vellum. The front is the kit, and I've sewn all the pages to tea-dyed paper. This one has roses. Here's another plain kit page, also sewn to tea-dyed paper. Here's a watercolor rose that I did and created a freeform pocket of it. And this is called a cluster strip with a nice vintage button and a cute little tag. Yes. Here's a cotton net pocket that I made with just a note and a little tag from the kit. Here is an envelope with lots of goodies. It has numbers and tags and circles and all kind of fun things that you can use to embellish your journal. And here are 2 smaller tags in a rounded pocket. I pretty much used a lot of vintage photo ink on these pages. Here is a little page, tea-dyed, which I tea-dyed, with a vellum pocket, small tags, a sewn pocket. Here's another page, plenty of room for you to journal. This is a little postcard pocket with a speckled coffee dyed larger card with fabric, one of the 4 or 5 fabrics that I used for this journal, and an antique button, or vintage. I don't know with buttons. They're all the same. Here's another strip of clusters that I used for this journal. And this is the center of the first signature, which has flip-ups for you to write lots and lots of stuff. Here's another little watercolor rose, sort of abstract, with a little cotton lace, another cluster, and a strip of beautiful blue rose fabric. Here's a smaller pocket, small tag, Italian numbers. It's from a ledger. And another little card, splotchy, beautiful. Here's a beautiful blue line rose. This is a flip out for you to write anything you want. Your dreams, your love, your hopes, your children's fun, cute things they did. Here's another vellum pocket with little tags. This is a library pocket that I glued on with 2 blue roses, some cotton lace, and a masterboard card which I made for this journal. It was too bulky, so I had to scan it and make it into cards that way. Here's another cotton net lace pocket with some tickets, a strip, and a little button. Here's a list card with a beautiful blue a blue paint sample that my husband brought me from Lowe's. And another, these little tags are throughout, coffee dyed, just because I love them. Here is a fabric pocket with lace and more tea-dyed card with a cluster. And this is my favorite page. It is a fold-out, freeform, torn, and inked with stenciling and beautiful blue roses that I painted and added to the stencil. There's a fabric hinge here. I love it. And there's a vellum pocket here with some paper doily and a small little tag. And that's the first signature. Here comes the second. I added stenciling to this kit page and a cluster in the top. Here's a beautiful little tablet with torn edges for interest in a postcard pocket with a little cluster here with more of that net lace. I love that stuff. I've saved it for many years for this. Who knew? Here is a daisy, blue daisy page and a blue daisy tuck spot. Also with another cluster strip. A little place to write some notes and a little, this looks like Dutch tile card. Here's another small page, also with stenciling and blue roses and buds highlit with white gel pen. I love that stuff. It's interesting. Here is another vellum card pocket with some Italian script from Rachel of Roxy Creations. Another vellum pocket with fabric and paper and a little card and an over-the-top envelope with eyelet that I punched out, edging, little blue rose, some fabric, and a corner pocket. Plenty of room for tucks and all kinds of things. Anything you can think of can go in here. Here's another of those masterboard cards, journal cards, and it is in a beautiful coffee dyed torn pocket with a torn strip here on a bed of white lace. And this is also white, to pick up this distinguished looking Italian gentleman on the stamp. Here is where love grows. This is the center of the second signature. 2 tiny pockets and lots of room. You can write your family tree here. Here's another cluster spot, strip, another list tuck spot with more note card of coffee dyed paper. Here is a second tablet. This one's made out of mostly paper bag. And this is another piece of that masterboard that I made for this journal. Here is a little iris watercolor, because one page has irises. And we grow them in our pond. I love it. Love irises. Ours are yellow though, Louisiana irises. Here's a little fiber on there. Here's a big blue rose journal paper, and here's another piece of coffee paper with another blue rose to echo the other. Here is a wavy vellum pocket with a beautiful little wound bunch of fibers that I use throughout the journal, and a piece of handmade paper cut into a heart, which I made from rose petals from our garden. And it holds another of those masterboard journal cards. Here's one more page of beauty. I just love this thing. And here's another sample card from Lowe's that you can decorate in a pocket with a diamond shape here. And the last page is beautiful irises and a dragonfly. The name of this journal is Blue Rose by Helen Simon, or Seymour rather. Simon if you're writing it, Seymour if you're saying it. It is journal number 2, and here is a picture of the beautiful model, Lady from the 15th Century, by Fritz Bodenmuller. And it closes, a beautiful chinoiserie on the back. And there you have it. It'll be on Etsy soon. It is $200. Thank you.